What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Theta and running over a few other coins. But before we get started, if you're not a member of the free Discord, please click the link in the description box below and get started with the free Discord. Also, check out the VIP. The VIP community has over 2,000 other members, all of us trading and investing together, following my signals, and learning how to trade. So definitely check out the VIP community, link in the description box below. And without further ado, we'll get straight into today's video. Okay, so let's start talking about Theta here and get into a little bit of the Elliott wave analysis first and foremost. We're going to start here on the daily time frame and then go out to the bigger time frame and take a look at that next. So you guys can see that we do have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. And now we're starting to pull back. Now in the previous 5-6 videos or more on this channel and live streams, I think I've done 2 or 3 bearish live streams as well. I've been talking about a correction coming in crypto, about the fact that we need to pull back in these markets. And we have started to pull back pretty good here with Theta. So let's talk a little bit about the Elliott wave count. We have 5 waves up, and now we're expecting an ABC wave. We've already started to do wave C. As you guys can see, we have wave A, wave B, and we're working on wave C. Now, generally speaking, wave C is either the exact same length as wave A or a little bit longer. Sometimes it can be a little bit longer than wave A. So what this would look like is something like this on Theta. I do think it could pull back to around $1 per Theta, which coincides with this support area right here on wave 2. So I know it's kind of a far drop. I have been trying to warn as many people as I possibly could that a move like this was coming across the board in crypto, and Theta is a great example of one of these patterns starting to play out very nicely. We also have Injective, which I mentioned in one of my previous videos. A quick update on the crypto markets. I was talking about how Injective looked pretty dang bearish and how I was expecting a breakdown on Injective as a result of a completed market cycle. So what's a completed market cycle? Well, if you join the free Discord, link in the description box below, and then you just go ahead and click in this area here on the Discord called Knowledge and Links, you can click top trading patterns and you're going to get a Google Drive completely full of the best trading patterns and learn a little bit about how to use those patterns and their success rates and their probabilities, all completely free here in the Discord. One of those patterns that we're looking for is the market cycle. People get too excited, they get too euphoric, and the market goes really high up in value. They think it's going to go up forever, and it has to pull back. It has to come back to reality. That's exactly what I see here with Injective. We do have a bull trap in this area right here, and we just broke bearish out of a bear flag as well. So I definitely think that Injective will go down quite a bit more here before it goes back up. So that would take us pretty low here on Injective. Oops, that's a little bit too crazy. Pretty low here on Injective before we can turn back around, come back up out of that despair phase and start a new cycle. Now, I'm not trying to be the Grinch that stole Christmas, crypto Christmas, but I am just trying to tell you guys what I'm actually seeing in these charts. And I've been trying to tell everybody since before the crash. And, you know, it's just so that you guys can make the most money. And really, I've been shorting the market, and I like to make profit in these markets as well. So that's why I like to see the market as it is instead of being blinded by my emotions. And so that's why I'm just telling you guys exactly what I'm personally seeing in the markets. Now, do I think Injective will recover after this? Yeah, I do. I think Injective will absolutely recover and do another cycle. But for now, I'm definitely not touching it, right? I'm definitely in cash with a good portion of my portfolio and really playing the market for what it is instead of letting my emotions get to me. And I've been shorting the market. So while everybody else is panicking, I'm making money. I'm earning profit every single day, almost every single day in these markets. Sometimes there's a bounce and I have to hold through a bounce a little bit, but I'm making profit consistently in these markets because I'm playing it for what it is instead of letting my emotions get to me like a lot of people are doing right now inside of the market. So let's go back over to Theta. Now, Theta, like I said, is doing an ABC correction that could take us down to the bottom here near wave 2 on wave C. But will I be bearish on Theta after this? No. Actually, this will be one of the best buy zones to pick up Theta that it's had since it started this upward move. Since it started breaking upward right here, it went all the way up to $3.80. This will be one of the best possible buy zones to pick up Theta at around $1 because of this ABC correction. And that's just how these markets work. If you can play them for what they are, it doesn't matter what direction the market's going. What matters is if you have your head on straight and you can see it for what it is. Because in the big picture, I do suspect Theta to see a big reversal and start a new cycle. Again, market cycles repeat. We saw the new paradigm. We already had a despair phase here on Theta. This was the despair phase on Theta. We've started to break out into a new cycle, but a lot of times they have to come back down and kind of double bottom before they can really go back up and start that new bigger picture cycle and skyrocket. So yeah, that's my view on Theta in the big picture. And also, you guys, if we take a look at Bitcoin, I've been talking about Bitcoin needing to do an ABC correction on this channel for a few videos now. And the reason I've been watching this with Bitcoin is because I see the structure for an ABC correction, right? I see really, really good market structure, just exactly like how Theta is breaking bearish out of its ABC correction. Bitcoin is starting to break bearish out of its ABC correction. Now, a lot of people are going to try to hold on. A lot of people are going to think that it's going to bounce or start to go back up really quickly, and it will have bounces along the way down, but people will try to hold on. They'll probably draw bullish charts all the way till the bottom, and then you'll start seeing bearish charts right at the time when it's time to buy again. So that's just the nature of human psychology, right? The majority of people do the opposite of what you should be doing because their emotions get the best of them. And if you can learn how to manage your emotions and see the charts for what they are and not have your portfolio 100% in the markets, then you can really play these markets really good and make a bunch of money trading these markets. But it takes risk management, which means you have to be able to understand when there's a risk off scenario in the markets where it's better to have less risk rather than more. And you have to also understand when it's a risk on scenario where you need to be heavier in the markets and have more heavily invested in the markets because they're going to go up. Right now, I see a risk off scenario. Now is not the time to be buying low cap speculative assets or even Bitcoin or Ethereum. I know a lot of people want to hear that Ethereum's going to go up because of the ETF, but I can't tell you that it is, at least in the short term. Right now is a risk off scenario. You want to have less risk and more cash. And then when the market gets lower and the opportunity is really high, and everybody's panicking and there's blood in the streets, then you can be risk on. Then you can take your portfolio and say, you know what? I'm not going to have 50% in cash anymore. I'm going to go ahead and put 70%, 80% in the markets and keep 10, 20% so I can buy the dips along the way up and really do risk on. But right now, for me, this market is very risk off. It's a very risk off market in the short term. Now, once we get closer to these support levels, and again, when everybody's panic selling and there's blood in the streets and people are scared, then I'll be greedy. But right now, I'm still fearful of investing or buying more because everybody else is greedy, right? And that's pretty simple to play it that way. And yeah, when it pulls back and everybody's fearful, I'll be greedy. But right now, I'm greedy shorting. Right now, I'm greedy taking short positions and keeping money in cash because that's what you want to do in a risk-off scenario. So yeah, that's my view on Theta. In the big picture, I am bullish. In the short term, I think we could pull back to $1. And same with Bitcoin. In the big picture, I'm bullish. But in the short term, I think we could pull back to $50,000 per coin. So that's kind of what I'm watching. And yeah, again, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news if you're long, if you're bullish. But this is a great time to learn a little bit about markets and learn a little bit about risk off and risk on and understand when it's time to be risk on and when it's time to be risk off. And with the markets being bearish right now, rejecting at all-time high resistance and everybody being greedy, expecting a big moon all the way up to 90K or 100K per Bitcoin, this is definitely a risk-off scenario. This isn't a risk-on scenario in any way whatsoever. So you want to be risk-off, not risk-on, right? I accidentally circled risk-on, but you want to be risk-off, not risk-on. That's the type of market that we're in right now. So, and again, when Bitcoin pulls back to 50K, when Theta pulls back to $1, maybe even a little bit lower, when Dogecoin pulls back to 9 cents or whatever it's going to go to, I'd have to look at the charts to see my exact target, 8 cents, 9 cents. When we get to those levels, I'll be happily bullish. I'll be the first to tell you guys that I'm bullish, that I'm risk on, that I'm taking all that cash that I took off the table up here and putting it into the markets. You know, because if you follow me on my Twitter, which just like the free Discord, my Twitter account is completely free. You can see here that I was warning about a crash on crypto on May 28th when everything was still in their bull trap, still in a great place to take profits, because I took 50% of my cash and took it out, or my 50% of my crypto and took it out into cash, expecting a crash inside of the markets. Because I saw a risk-off scenario coming where you needed to take risk off the table. This is what risk management is all about, right? Be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. And you use your technical analysis in conjunction with human psychology and market cycles and volume to really be able to play these markets accurately. And no, you don't want to be 100% in the market because then you're going to make bad decisions. Even when it's a risk-on scenario, it's still good to have 10% or 20% in cash, and Wall Street would tell you even that's too much, right? They tell you need to have like more than that in cash at all times so that when there's dips, you can buy. Because sometimes there's an unexpected dip, you know, or an expected one if you've been using technical analysis to play the markets and see what's going on. There's bearish divergence here on Dogecoin up here at wave 5, and there was bearish divergence on a lot of coins right up here in the bull trap before we started crashing. So you can absolutely play these markets and play them for what they are. And yeah, you can make a lot of money doing that. So yeah, that's my video today. I hate to be the Grinch that stole crypto Christmas, but I'm here to tell you the markets are going to go down a little bit lower, and then they'll moon. Then they'll go up really high. But I'm still in cash, 50% plus of my portfolio. I'm still shorting the market, earning profit on a regular basis, shorting the market while other people are panicking, because I want to play the market for what it is instead of letting my emotions get to me. So that's why I'm doing this, and that's why I'm sharing these videos so you guys can too. But yeah, thank you for tuning in to this little update. That's my view on Theta and a few other coins. I appreciate you guys, and hopefully this was helpful. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. As always, stay profitable out there.